Moeni! Welcome back to Barker's Workshop, and we are building the Star Wars Millennium Falcon set 75257, and we're on bag number 8. You can see we are very close to having this done. Basically the last bits that need to be finished. There are only 2 bags remaining, and you can see I've packed everything out and we are ready to proceed. So again, I started with the minifig that we got, and this time it really is R2D2. Remember in the previous episode I got it wrong. I said C3PO was R2D2. That was a bad mistake. Okay, but here's R2D2. Looking at the print on this, the print looks a little bit faded. R2D2 has got a little red, I don't know sure what you call it, lens here in the middle. On my other set it's more red. Here it looks a bit more faded, so it's the only thing I'm observing that is really different. Okay, and let's continue with the sets. Well, so for those that have been following, last night we basically built the turret underneath. We added some styling over here and here, and we added these I'm not sure what you would call them, but like very long plasticky things. Oh yeah, and we added the gear, the legs at the bottom. Okay, alright, so let's continue. So we're gonna be building one of these, what would you call these things, prongs. We're building a prong, I guess that's the best way to describe it. And here we go. Start with that one of those. So by the time you get to see this video, the Star Wars movie must be out already. Drop me a comment. What do you think about it? Did you enjoy it? Was it what you expected? I'll probably have my own opinion as well, but I'm not sure that I'll share it via YouTube. We'll see. Depends if I make any more Star Wars related content. Let's see, what do I need now? I need one of these. What is it? Place the plates very close to one another, and one of those. Is that the correct one? I think so. So we've got a bit of a gap here now. There's a gap. Okay, let's just make sure that I don't push everything out of the viewing angle of the camera. I'm just missing a piece. Where is it now? Why am I not seeing it? I'm looking for that. Ah, here it is. Okay. Cool. Let's just go quickly double check to make sure that everything is in the viewing angle from the camera above. So looking down, yes, okay, everything's perfect. Disconnect, and we're moving on. Okay, so which one am I going to need now? That's the wrong way around. Okay, so I need one of these, and we need a little block. One of these just to hold it in place. Like so. Next we need one of those. I'm not sure. Just check. Must have little pins, so let me just turn these. There we go. This is what I need. I need a little brown thingy to go here in the middle, and then a Technic bar. This guy here. So interesting, I was watching YouTube again last night and I saw there's a series where James May, those that don't know who James May is, he's one of the presenters that used to be on Top Gear, and then what's the series he did after that? Oh man, my son watches it all the time. What's it called again? The Grand Tour. Okay, so in any case, he did a series about toys, and he used, I think it was 3 million Lego bricks, and he built himself a real house that he lived in for 24 hours. For those that haven't seen it, I would really suggest you go and watch it. It's very interesting. Obviously it's not very practical, but it's a lot of stupid type things in there. Like for example, trying to build a toilet with Lego bricks. You can imagine if it had to be used, what a mess it would be. They try to build furniture, a bed. One second, I'm making a boo-boo here. That must go like that, and that must go like that then. And all the furniture, bed, couches, everything they tried to build out of Lego, and the house structure was built out of Lego as well. And it's interesting just to watch them, because they were just using normal bricks. Do I have any of that size? Yeah, these 2x4s, or yeah, these type of bricks. So they were using those type of bricks, only those, and they were building a house. So obviously it's not as strong as if you've used the Technic bricks with the pins. But so it's so interesting to watch, to see the methods that they tried and used to get Lego to be able to carry the weight and the structure. So that because they had to physically build Lego beams that had to be able to carry the weight of the walls. And he built a double-story house. So he physically walked on Lego bricks on the first floor. Interesting to go and see for those that's interested in Lego. Cool. Now Lego is starting to do a lot of, I'm not sure if it's marketing related, but these real life type builds where they use Lego and they build real life type things, like this house now for example. There's obviously the other one where they built a Bugatti, actual Bugatti that was moving along using Lego powered motors. And the person could sit in the Bugatti and drive. I just heard something over here. Not sure what that was. Okay. But yeah, so Lego's doing a lot of that type of the PR stunt type work. But it's so interesting to see that you can actually build that stuff with Lego. James May was trying to prove that in the future we could build our houses from Lego bricks. Yeah, not really sure about that. Not convinced. Okay, wait, I'm missing parts. Okay, we're definitely building the prongs here. Okay, and then that goes there. That goes here. Then we need a brown brick. As I've mentioned a couple of times, I'm building here like a mindless drone, and I'm now thinking to myself, again, this is a strange way to build these prongs. Why did the designer decide to do it like this? I mean, mind baffles. Okay, now we're getting to these spring shooters, and I can guarantee you my spring shooters will be left empty because I think it looks ridiculous. Okay, and we need one of those. There we go. And a little red light. I still need to go and check whether the Millennium Falcon actually has these little red lights that you can see here, or you can see it on the box as well. Does it really have that in real life, in the movies? Because if I look at it, it looks a little bit toyish to me, and I'm not sure that I can remember that it had it. Okay, oh, I missed some bricks here. Those grill pieces, where is that now? Here we go. Okay, so we've got one that goes here. Okay, we've got one of these funky looking smooth pieces. I'm not sure what you call that. And I think that is it. I'm wrong. That's not it. Turn the page. Okay, now one of these smooth pieces. Talking about the Grand Tour earlier and Top Gear, I really love watching those three, can I call them idiots? Clarkson, Hammond and May. When they used to be on Top Gear, I used to watch it all the time. I think since I've left Top Gear, I've watched 2 episodes on Top Gear, but I've watched the entire seasons of the Grand Tour. So I understand they are changing the format of that now. There will be no more tent, or they won't have contact directly with the people anymore. They'll just do those crazy films where they go and drive through Africa or drive through some crazy area. They'll only be doing that from now on. I saw it in an episode, and Clarkson was actually crying. He broke up in a little bit of tears, really emotional about that. So you must understand, this has been his baby since Top Gear. He's been doing this, and I guess it's must be close to 20 years now. Must be. Okay, so it looks like one baggy equals one prong so far. That means we are actually very, very close to being done. Okay, and now the last few pieces. Okay, so we need that. It goes over that, and we need this, and that goes over that. And now we're building these circle things. We're gonna be able to build both prongs by the looks of it. I thought it was one prong per bag, but no, it looks like we've got enough left to do both. Let me just get these angles right. So around these squares we're putting these, I'm not sure what you call them, half moon pieces. Okay, so there you go. So you can see this basically just we're going to push our finger in to launch those missiles, and I'll have a look at it. If it looks silly, I'm definitely not going to put it in there. My sets are definitely going to be more of a display model type thing. Oops. Okay, there we've got a prong. I call it a prong, I'm not sure what else you would call it. And we're starting with the second one as soon as we've fitted it. Okay, so fitting it now. It seems like you just push it in. Just make sure. That's it. Doesn't feel very secure. Look at that, there's a lot of movement in that direction. Okay, we'll see. And here we go again. One of these. I must be careful now. Check the direction that we're going in. Struggling to see a little bit. There's some of the glare from the light shining. The light is shining on the page and glare is hitting me in the face, so I can't really see. There. Okay, cool. What is your guys' opinion of Lego versus Lepin? I mean, Lego is very expensive, as you know it, compared to Lepin. For those who don't know what Lepin is that cheaper brand or knockoff fake Lego from China. What is your opinion about that? Is that something that you will buy, something that you won't buy? I'm just curious to hear what you guys think. I myself, I'm a bit of a purist, and all my sets behind me are proper Lego. I do have one or two very small sets that I bought for my son when he was like 5 years old, to get him started. It wasn't Lepin, but it was one of those off-brand Chinese brands, just to get him going and pick his interest. But what I want to know, what is your own view? I'm a bit of a purist when it comes to Lego, but it's always not that easy to do that, and it's expensive. And I do question myself sometimes, is it really worth it being a purist? The Lego I'm collecting, that I'm building here, okay, this is proper Lego, and I really like Lego, but for my uses where I display it, I can save a lot of money if I just went with Lepin. So I'm restraining myself that I'm not going to buy Lepin, just because I want to try and support the Lego company, at least, because they obviously provide me with these awesome sets, and I understand there's a cost in them having to produce these Star Wars sets. If they've got a franchise fee, or what do you call it, a marketing license fee that they have to pay to Disney for using the Star Wars name. So I understand all of that, and that's why it's more expensive. But even the normal Lego sets are still pricey. And then, like for example, this Millennium Falcon that I'm building here was 3,000 Rand. Okay, again, to get dollars you divide by roughly 15. Okay, so you divide roughly by 15 and then you'll get the dollars. I also bought the Lego Land Rover, the Discovery Land Rover. I still have to build that, and that was also 3,200 rand. But I'm not sure if there's licensing towards Land Rover on that. But if I look at the part count, it's roughly the same. There's not much difference between the Star Wars item size that I'm building on the Lego Star Wars versus the Land Rover Discovery. So is it really that it's a licensing fee that's expensive, or is Lego just expensive? Full stop. No, never mind what you buy. And obviously these knockoff companies, they don't have to pay Star Wars anything. They just copy whatever they want and they produce the set. But I am tempted sometimes to buy the weapon, but up to now my collection has been pure Lego, and I've given a lot of minifigs away. I did start collecting some fake Lego minifigs a few years ago, and I think it was last year I gave all of them away to Cameron, my friend. Cameron, are you watching? Say yes in the comments if you do. So I gave him all those minifigs, just to try and keep my own collection clean, pure. But I do question, for those wondering, whether it's worth it sometimes. Because in the end these are just toys and you get your satisfaction out of building. And the satisfaction about building Leppen versus Lego is roughly the same. I understand that the experience is slightly better because just the way that Lego lays out its manual, you know, and the little bags that you get with Lego, numbered bags, that's awesome. You don't get that with Leppen. So overall your experience is better, but does that justify the price? Does it? Okay. I need one of those. I also wonder for how long is Lego going to make Star Wars sets, because I think this trilogy is now coming to an end. And I was looking now to buy some Star Wars sets, and I was surprised that there wasn't really much available, to be honest. I obviously got this Millennium Falcon, but there wasn't anything else that really stood out that like, I must buy that. For example, with the Last Jedi, I bought that big walker back there, the ATM6, because that was a unique Lego set from Star Wars. But there hasn't been anything like that from Lego. I'm wondering just if it's delayed at the moment. Obviously, I haven't seen the movie. I'm having glare again, in case you're wondering. Every time on this bottom part of the page. Wait, I'm making a mistake. Stop. So I'm just concentrating here quickly. I think I've done something. I've gone wrong. Yeah, I've gone wrong. I would really like to see more about the Wookiee planet. It's called Kashyyyk, I think. I know the Clone Wars cartoon series touched a little bit on that, but I would like to see an actual proper Star Wars movie based in that area, so that we can learn more about the Wookiees. These spring shooters, is that it? Okay, so now we're adding the greebling. I'm missing something here. It's that guy. One of those. Ah, wrong one. One of those. And now one of these on here. As I say, I really need to go check if there's really a little red light like that on the Millennium Falcon. I can't remember that, but I might be wrong. It might just be not so obvious. If it is a light that turns on and off, depending on its need, then I'm just going to take it off, because it's far too obvious for me. This little red light. It's like it stands out. Look at me. I look artificial. We are getting very close to being done now. I guess we'll just go like that. Okay, there's something wrong. Yes, wrong piece. That. And now just the round pieces again. What I would like to know is, what are these round holes on the Millennium Falcon, on the front and on the back? Well, on the front it's holes, but on the back you've got those vents or something. It's probably covered in some book somewhere, but is that still canon? Has Disney not declared those books non-canon? Okay, cool, that's done. Next page. Okay. Okay, and something is wrong here with this bolt. Yes. I've just had it slightly wrong there. And it just, that's a cockpit again that I accidentally dislodged. Alright, so what is next? We've got some bricks left here and they must go somewhere. So we are fastening it. Okay, cool. So that, there and there. It's really not a bad sized model if you look at it. Look at that. It's a decent sized ship. And I know it's not a UCS, but really it's a very decent sized display model. Page. Okay, so we've got a red one left, and that must now go here apparently. I'm not sure why this Falcon now suddenly has got. Oh, did it always have those red marks? I think it did actually. Another one over here. Okay, so now where does this go? Is that correct? It feels wrong. Why does it feel wrong? Okay, well, it appears like it goes there. That goes underneath that, and that goes there. See, again, you can see the prongs are very flexible. Feels like it needs to be secured somehow. There's one over there. Where does these last two go? Over here. Let's just confirm. That is it. We are done with baggy number 8, and you can see what it looks like. I think it's really starting to look nice. We're getting a very good idea of what the size of it is. We're basically done with the size. We just need to cover it now. So you can see here this area here where that shuttle or escape shuttle fits in. In the old Canon books, that used to be where the freight used to connect and the YF 1300 freighter would push the cargo along. But obviously it appears like that is not true anymore. This used to be part of a space shuttle, as you saw in the Solo movie. Just curious why did they never replace it? Yeah, kind of strange. But in any case, guys, that is it. We are doing baggy number 9 tomorrow. And again, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and let me know. Tell me in the comments, Wayne, I like this, Wayne, I didn't like that, do this next time or something like that. Just give me some feedback, please. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Cheers guys, see you next time. Cheers.